Hi everyone, I'm Myra and I work with the Product and Customer Success team over here at Airtable. In this tutorial, I'll walk you through a few Airtable concepts so you're ready to use the Project Tracker template or any other Airtable base. Let's get started. Airtable bases use tables to keep related information organized. As you can see, this base has 3 tables, one for projects, one for tasks, and one for clients. Each table keeps track of all the details related to those areas. So let's start with the projects table. In the design projects table, each row is a unique project. In Airtable, we call this a record. The details about each project are organized into fields, similar to columns in a table. You can also expand a record to see everything about that project. All of the fields that we saw beforehand are now in this record view. In this template, there's a field to organize projects by category using a single select field type. This field type works by allowing you to input different options. So let's try new option. Now that I've created my new option, it jumped to the bottom. If I clicked on the drop-down menu again, I can see the new option there. There's also a field in this table for our project lead. This is using a collaborator field type that automatically populates based on who's been added as a collaborator to your workspace. In this case, it's only me. If these fields aren't relevant to your own workflow, you can always change them to whatever you like. You can do so by double-clicking on a title and selecting this drop-down menu. If you're not sure about what a field type is, you can hover over the name and you'll see a quick description. You can always add new fields by clicking the plus symbol at the end of the row. New field. And you can delete fields altogether by selecting this drop-down menu and clicking on Delete Field. You'll notice that there's a field in this template called Tasks, and it's formatted slightly differently with each task outlined in blue. This means it's a linked record. Let's click on it. With the linked record field, we can connect related information across tables. You'll notice that this record is coming from our tasks table. So if we click on the task table, we can see that each of these individual tasks are listed out with their own unique information. Now you'll notice that the projects field, much like in the projects table, contains the name of the corresponding macro project. Linking records is a super easy way to connect relevant information across spreadsheets so that no information gets lost or minimized. And linked records update automatically and instantly, so everything is always up to date. So imagine I wanted to change this title to Tea Packaging Part 2. In my Design Projects table, I'll see that automatically updated here. I can see a record of this change by clicking on the Activity panel. You'll also notice that the fields in this view look a little bit different than in the Projects table. That's because they're not organized into groups. Airtable allows you to group records by the information listed in any field. So in this view, we see all of our records are grouped by category. But I can group by other things as well, like project lead, due date, even, whatever makes sense for you. Let's go back to category. You can also use filters to show only the information that meets a set of criteria. So let's navigate to the incomplete projects view. Here we've established a set of filters that filter out all the records that have been marked as complete. So we only see projects that haven't been started yet or are in progress. If I selected this, it would show me completed projects, but that would mean this view is completed projects. Since this is a saved view, you can easily reference it anytime you want to. That means if I click on completed projects, it remembers that this filter should be complete is checkbox. There are also different ways that you can look at information in Airtable. Airtable lets you organize your records in 4 different ways: as a grid, a calendar, gallery, Kanban. Let's pick the project calendar. Since we use a date field in our grid, Airtable pulls that information and plots it onto an interactive calendar. So if we change the date here, it automatically changes this record in every view. So I'm going to extend MIT Media Lab logo to the 1st. If I click on it, it's extended to November 1st. If I expand the record, it has extended to November 1st. I've got the reminder that I just changed it. And if I look at any other view, it will show me that it says that it should be November 1st. So any change that you make in any view automatically populates across all views in this table. The last view type is a form. So you can use forms to add new information in the format you want to a table. And when a form is submitted, it will appear as a new record. So let's call this Design Projects Request Form. And I want people to submit all of these things except the project lead and the project team. And I'll decide the tasks associated to it. So now, when people submit this form, I can share this link with them, and they'll automatically be able to submit forms into my base. Myhra's new project. And that appears as a record in my base. The last thing to know about this base is the blocks dashboard. So from visualizing information to making bulk changes to records, blocks are powerful add-on apps that help you do more with the bases that you've built. So this base comes preloaded with a description block that introduces you to the template and to the other blocks in it. You can always see how a block is set up by clicking on this gear icon. So in our chart block, for example, we've got the number of projects per person and whether they're complete or not. But if I wanted to see how it was pulling information, I can click on the settings and see which table the information is coming from and which view is being populated into this table. If you want to take a bigger look, you can always adjust the panel this way or expand a block to see it in full view. Blocks are a great way to interpret or update your information in a wide variety of ways, and there are many options to choose from. If you don't see something you like or can use here, you can always add a block by selecting Add a Block up top. And now that you know the ins and outs of this template, go ahead and start customizing it to best suit your needs. If you have any questions, feel free to check out our support articles, thumb through our community forum, or simply write to us directly. Goodbye!